Hello everyone and welcome to this Space Wolves Arjac Rockfist video with me, Xenovids. Now this is my Arjac model, and what I've gone for is the traditional Space Wolves colour scheme and the snow base. What I'm going to do in this video is talk about the colour scheme, the paints I used, how I've done the base and created this layered snow effect, as well as talk about Arjac in the codex. So to start with the colour scheme, for the armour I used Citadel range, the Fang as a base, then dry brushed rust grey on top. What I did then is have a black wash over the top, watered down, just to blend it in a little bit. Then I used a combination of rust grey and Fenrisian grey to do a highlight dry brush, and then another black wash on top of that just to tie it all in. Now for the skin, what I used was Arjac Flesh with Reichland Flesh Shade, and then on top of that again you can either use white or pallid witch flesh to dry brush, depending on how light you want the beard and his highlights on his face to be. For the brass areas and the trim on part of the armour, I've used Rune Lord Brass from the Citadel range. Any white areas I've used Dawnstone Grey, and then on top of that used the Citadel Ceramite White. For the red areas of the hammer, where he's holding it, I've used Red Gore, then Mephiston Red, and then used a red wash and a black wash from Games Workshop to tie those in together. And gold, I've used Balor Brown, and then on top of that, Shining Gold. And then if you want to make it a dirtier gold, you can use a dark wash, either black, but I like to use the Arjac's Earthshade from the Citadel range. And that's how I've painted Arjac. Now to get the base with layered snow, what I've done is a little technique with water and PVA glue. I don't like when you just use the snow and it's powdery on bases. It doesn't look realistic to me. So on the model, what I've done is I've put the stones onto the base, or you can use sand and dry brush that grey. And then what you do is you get a little pot and you put some of basic snow base in, some snow flock in, and then some PVA glue and some water, and you want to mix it together and get the consistency of lumpy porridge. After you've got that, you place it onto the base where you want, and you can use water to merge layers together. Now on the bottom of the base, you can see the bottom layer looks like it is slightly melted or icy, and on top I've piled more and more snow on to make it look like it's trundling through lots of snow. Now less can be more. You can just have the base with sand, which is dry brush grey, black then grey, and then have parts of it snowy as well. But for the characters, I wanted it to make it look cinematic, and they're trundling through the snow on their snow planet. So going in the codex, Arjac Rockfist, his stats are Weapon Skill 5, Ballistic Skill 5, Strength 5, Toughness 4, Wound 2, Initiative 4, 3 attacks, Leadership of 9, and a 2+ armor save. Now he has an Anvil Shield, which works just like a Storm Shield does. That gives him something special, which I'll talk about in a minute. He has acute senses, and they shall know no fear, counterattack, and stubborn. He reroll failed rolls to hit against enemies of the independent character or monstrous creature rule. His hammer is a Thunder Hammer, which can be thrown 6 inches at Strength 10, AP 1, Assault 1. His shield gives him an extra attack in the first round of combat. He comes as an upgrade for the Wolfguard pack at 188 points, which is a lot for one model. Now you can just have him as a great looking model with Thunder Hammer Storm Shield, but this is my Arjac. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share or comment below. I'm going to be doing more Games Workshop content. Thank you very much for watching.